Emergency management says this is the time to start preparing and make sure you have a plan in place in case Hurricane Dorian brings power outages or flooding to the state. And News 19 is on your side with preparations you may need to consider in the event of a hurricane. Brandon Taylor joins us now with some tips to help make sure you're prepared.
Well, there has been a lot of activity in the tropics recently, and our team of meteorologists are tracking Dorian as we speak. So we're on your side, helping you make sure you and your family are prepared for whatever storms may come our way this hurricane season. First, know your area. Make sure you check evacuation maps and see where you live so you can know what evacuation zone you're in just in case. You should also know where your local storm shelters are located, just in case you do have to evacuate your home during a storm. Next, get your first aid kit ready. Make sure it is fully stocked with bandages and gauze, antiseptic wipes and ointment, instant ice packs, tape, and scissors. These are good things to have so you can treat minor cuts and scrapes at home. And while you're shopping to restock your first aid kit, you should also go ahead and grab some other hurricane supplies while you're at it. Make sure you have plenty of water. A good rule of thumb is to have a gallon of water per family member per day. Most experts recommend having enough water for at least 3 days, but some suggest getting enough water for at least a week. And make sure you stock up on non-perishable food items. That includes things like canned pasta and meats, potato chips, and even peanut butter. You should also throw a few other important items in your shopping cart, including a flashlight and some extra batteries, a battery-operated radio, and a fire extinguisher if you don't already have one at home. You can usually find these items at your local home improvement store. Now, if you missed any of this information, we have it all listed on WLTX.com and on the News 19 mobile app. In the studio, Brandon Taylor, News 19 WLTX.
Thank you, Brandon. And meteorologist Danielle Miller joins us now with a few more tips to help you and your family prepare for the storm.
First, let's talk about preparing your home. Before a hurricane heads our way, you want to make sure you know how to turn off both your home's gas and water lines. Make sure you know where to shut these off. These valves are located, and you need to have the appropriate tools to close those valves. Usually a wrench will work just fine.
Next, know your documents. You'll want to have all your important documents in order before a storm hits. This includes you and your family's birth certificates, social security cards, passports, deeds, and any insurance paperwork. You'll want to gather all those documents and store them in waterproof containers, or even make digital copies and load them onto a flash drive. That way, if your home floods, your most important papers won't be ruined.
And be sure to keep track of your prescriptions as well. You want to have all of your medications with you in case of an emergency, like if you have to evacuate. Make sure to get refills if it looks like you could be running low, and be sure to leave all of your prescriptions inside the labeled medication bottle provided by your doctor. That way you can avoid mixing up your medications.
Make sure you have a communication plan. This means you and your family should discuss how you'll get in touch both during and after the storm. You'll also want to fill out a contact card for each member of your family with their name, phone number, and email address.
And you'll also want to make sure you protect your property. If you have anything in your lawn that could be whipped around by the wind, you should probably bring those things inside. That includes any outdoor furniture, other decor, grills, potted plants, or bicycles.
And you can't forget about your pets. If you have to evacuate, do not leave your pets behind. You should bring them with you in a secure crate or carrier, and make sure you pack plenty of food and water for them as well. You'll want to make sure they have ID tags and that they're up to date, or that your pet is microchipped, just in case they get lost. And keep in mind, emergency shelters and many hotels will not let you bring your animals in if you decide to evacuate, so you want to make sure to plan ahead and find a shelter that does allow your four-legged loved one inside. And for the latest on the storm and all of your news of the day, be sure to download the News 19 mobile app. You can do it right on your phone.
Once you've downloaded it, you'll want to make sure you sign up for the push notifications. That's going to let you know when breaking news is happening, along with severe weather.